talked plenty about the Michigan State side of the MSU-Rutgers game earlier in the show. It's time to get the Scarlet Knight side. And for that, we head out to Piscataway and bring in Eric LeGrand now. And I want to get your thoughts on the game in a second, Eric. But first, let me ask you a Big Ten question. You got two teams in the Big Ten ranked in the top 4 nationally. You got undefeated Northwestern and Iowa. You got a red-hot Michigan team. What's the best team in the Big Ten right now?
The best team in the Big Ten, I would still keep Ohio State at the top, until they're proving us wrong. They did go to the very last drive against Indiana, which is showing that they are a better program now. They're getting better. But I would have to say I got to stick with Ohio State right now because no one's going to knock them off until we see, I think, the Michigan State game. Or Michigan is getting better and better each game, but I can't wait to see how the Wolverines go against the Northwestern team. It's gonna be a good one to see. Defensive game for sure.
Well, first things first for Michigan State. They have Rutgers this weekend, and it's going to be a fuller Rutgers roster because Leonte Carroo is now able to play in this game. What are the expectations for Carroo after missing the last 2 games?
I think it's going to be the same expectations. Everyone's going to want to see if he can still take the top off the defense, catch the deep ball, or when they need him to do those under routes, have the same amount of hands and have that same physical ability to run through tackles, Even though he hasn't played for 2 games, the only way to get back into game shape is, playing football. So maybe he might have a rusty first quarter, but Leonte's a veteran in this program, in this organization here at Rutgers, so he should be just fine. And I'm expecting to see him come out and be 100%, especially after missing 2 games.
Only 2 wins thus far for Rutgers. They need 4 more to be bowl eligible. If you look at the schedule, can you find 4 more victories in there?
I think you can. They're going to have to upset one of these teams coming forward, like a Michigan State or Wisconsin or Nebraska. But I can see them beating Indiana and finding a way, even though Indiana looks really, really good right now. Then you look at Army. I believe they should be able to handle a Maryland team, which is all up in the airs right now with Randy Edsall and everything that's going on down there. But you're going to have to find a way to beat a Nebraska team or a Wisconsin team, even to upset tomorrow versus a Michigan State team, which is, a lot of people wouldn't go with for. But, hey, you got to believe.
Yeah, well, what do they need work on believing in? They had an off week last week, so if you think the biggest thing they need to improve upon on the field, what do you think that is?
Well, there's actually a few things that they got to improve upon. They must continue to be able to run the ball. That's how their offense works. They're not going to have a quarterback who could drop back there with Laviano 40 times a game and throw the ball. You have to have some type of running game to complement the passing game so they can be successful with that. On the defensive side, especially with this Michigan State team, you got to be able to stop the run. But with Connor Cook back there, he's been playing quarterback, I feel like, since I've been born, he's been there. Yeah, so their defensive backs, they're going to have to grow up real quick. They got young corners over there, so I'm sure Connor Cook is going to try to pick on that. But these DBs have to grow up real quick, and they're going to get introduced to real big-time football, Big Ten football.
That seems like an awful lot for them to do. Eric LeGrand, thanks so much for joining us, and enjoy the game this weekend.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.